Umesh, you can start right now.
Awesome, thank you.
Umesh?
Yes.
Yeah, you can start your essay.
Yes. Welcome everyone to today's meeting. My name is Umesh Chaturvedi. I am subject at terms for today's meeting. To officially start the meeting, I want to note that this meeting will be recorded and shared amongst members for study and self-reflection. Some parts may also be used for promotional material later. In order to have a smooth meeting, here are some ground rules. Please put yourself on mute when not speaking. Don't interrupt while someone is speaking. Be attentive throughout the meeting and support the speakers with your warm smiles and claps. Let's have a great meeting. Now, please welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Nitya. Over to you, Toastmaster Nitya.
A very wonderful evening to all of you once again. And we've gathered on a Saturday evening to talk about a lot of nice things. We have a couple of amazing prepared speeches. We have, I'll come to that a bit later. Let's reserve that. We are going to have evaluations as usual. And we're also going to have a mock table topic contest for our actual club contest next week. So there's a lot in store for all of us. Before I go ahead and introduce the TMOD and talk about all other nice things, there are a couple of announcements I want to make. One is the same announcement that I've been repeating every week, but it's the right thing to do it because I'm not very sure how many people are still aware. I do hope it's everyone, but at the cost of repeating myself, I'll go ahead and say this. We're having our club contest next week. We're figuring out the logistics of when, what, and all of that, but we're having it next week. And the eligibility criteria is finishing level 2 for prepared speeches. And for table topics, there is absolutely no bar. You just need to be a member. So I'm hoping everybody comes forward and participates in all the contests. And in case you're not sure of wanting to be a participant, you can always be a role player. So please know that. That's one announcement. And this mock contest should help you with it. The second one is that we have a new member, new in the sense she's always been in the club, but due to her professional commitments, she wasn't able to actively come forward and give her speeches. But now she's decided and she's come back with a bang and she's going to give her speech today. I would request everyone to come forward and virtually, of course, and put your hands together for TM Kavya. Welcome back, TM Kavya. We hope you have a very fruitful tenure now.
Thank you, ma'am.
And all the best for your speech today. Pravat sir, you've put a message saying, I'm getting no audio. Is someone else facing this issue? Because there's no problem from my side. I'm able to hear everyone clearly.
No.
Nobody's able to hear me.
Yes, we are able to hear you.
Okay. Sir, I think you can check on your settings. There might be some issue in settings.
I got you on mobile, but still there is some problem in laptop. Let me check. Okay, continue, please.
Sure, sir. Sure. Okay. So before I go forward and hand over the dice to the TMOD, I would like to announce today's meeting. That is the 215th meeting of SpeakMagic Toastmasters Club, open with the power vested in me as the presiding officer of the day. Now, going forward, today's topic is going to be digital devil. Now, as somebody who is professionally a digital marketer, I am really excited to hear what is in store from our amazing TMOD. Now, how do I introduce her? I don't think she needs an introduction, but I'm still going to go ahead and do that. So she's taken up so many roles. She's been one Wonder Woman, if you can say. I've always seen her multitask everything very effortlessly, and she makes it seem like it's a very simple thing to do. And professionally, she's been a very successful chemical engineer, and I think currently she's an aspiring data scientist as well. There's just so much more I can talk about her. So without much ado, I would like to call her on the stage. TMOD for the day is TM Swarnalata. So over to her.
Thank you very much, the presiding officer Toastmaster Nitya and the VP of the club. Good evening, dear Toastmasters and distinguished Toastmasters, and I wholeheartedly welcome all the guests to our 215th meeting of SpeakMagic Toastmaster meeting. So today morning when I got up, I was just thinking about what could I talk upon this topic. The first thing happened is my alarm was ringing in my mobile. So I just picked it up. I wanted to snooze, but then I got a surprise message saying that someone has, pinged something on me. Then I immediately went into my Facebook and I saw that it was like my photo of 10 years back, and someone, I don't know from where they have picked it, they commented it. And then when I saw that, I just saw Power BI course. And then I went into the Power BI course, then I went into digital marketing. All these things have snapped my time of half an hour. My schedule 4:30 was already 5 o'clock, and all the thing that was ringing on my mind is, oh my God, when am I going to cook? How am I going to complete my cycling exercise? When I'm going to come back? So, how many of us have fallen in this trap? I'm not here to say that digital media or digital gadgets that we are using is harmful. But have you ever noticed how important are we giving to it? With this thought in the mind, let me take the meeting forward. Uh, See now I have a digital problem with my camera. I'm trying to fix it for past 3 weeks. Believe me, all new sets, but nothing has been happening. So that's one challenge with digital. So now, every Toastmaster meeting, I would like to explain this because for the benefit of the guests, every Toastmaster meeting is basically divided into three different parts. The first part is a prepared speech where the member gets to prepare their speech, get mentored by their mentor and deliver it. They have a certain prescribed objective based on their pathways, and which is generally up to 5 to 7 minutes. Sometimes it might be a level 5 might be a little longer, 14 to 16 minutes. So after that is something that every Toastmaster look forward, which is called as impromptu or table topics. And of course, we do have a wonderful contest next week. So let's see who comes as a champion. And the third part, which is considered to be the crux of any Toastmaster, which is the evaluation. Whenever we are given positive feedback, they say all we do is rise above our self-limiting beliefs. So with that, now in today's meeting, we are also, along with our evaluator, we are also having certain role players who are going to help us to evaluate how the meeting went. Without self-realization and self-reflection, I don't think we will be going to a path of success. So here, to help us with the timing, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Vinod, who is the timer for today's meeting, to explain his role as a timer. Toastmaster Vinod, the stage is all yours.
Greetings, Toastmasters Vanlata ma'am, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches and evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using green, yellow and green cards. Table topic speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. So those prepared speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speech timings. Icebreaker speeches should limit their time up to 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I will show the green card. At 4 minutes, 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card. At 6 minutes, I will show the red card. Sorry, at 5 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And most other speeches should be in 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will show the green card. At 6 minutes, I will show the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will show the red card. For evaluations, the individual evaluations between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will show the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will show the red card. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmasters Vanlata ma'am.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Vinod, for your detailed explanation of what is the timer rule. Now we have going off ahead with another important rule, but someone special has taken up two roles. Okay, Toastmaster Pravath Ranjan is going to be both the R counter and grammarian for today's meeting. So I would like to call upon Toastmaster Pravath Ranjan to explain us one by one or one after other what his roles would be. Toastmaster Pravath Ranjan, the stage is all yours.
Good evening, Toastmasters of the day, and thank you very much for handing over the podium. First of all, I would like to thank Shonalata ma'am for clarity of her microphone, because for long she was not as much audible as today. I mean, she has really done some engineering with her microphone, I think, this time. And could you please help someone? What is the word of the day today? Because I have not forgotten. I just got the message to take up the additional role of grammarian. What of the day? Someone please share.
Please give me a minute. I'll check and I'll share with you now.
And thank you and welcome Mukta ma'am after a long time. So very nice to have you on this occasion also, because it's Mahashivratri and you are here coincidentally. Yes, glad to see you after a long time. So smiling face.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I also missed you all. So
And,
that's why when Swalata ma'am offered me, I said, I jumped into it. And I said, I will join the club.
You have always volunteered. We have observed it very, very often.
Yes.
And Vijay Kumar ji, good evening, and also wish you a very Mahashivratri.
half an hour chestam.
Yeah, thank you so much. Same to you.
Thank you.
Vijay, you got the word for the day?
We don't have a specific word for the
Okay,
day. We can
Pravath
proceed
Ranjan
with-
sir, the word is nexus. Nexus is a combination between two things.
Got it. Got it.
Toastmaster plays the role of nexus between communication and leadership.
Okay, got it. Got it.
That's a word of it.
Like Swalata ma'am played nexus between me and
SpeakMagic
SpeakMagic Club.
Toastmasters. That's great. So once again, good evening, Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I will be observing, I will be taking up two roles as accounter and grammarian for this evening. So the role of accounter is to observe and figure out the crosswords and the unnecessary or incorrect pronunciations. I mean, incorrect pause words or even repetitive words, and not so good pauses taken during the sentence. And I will be presenting my report when the general evaluator will be calling me for presenting my report. And in addition to that, I will also be taking up the role of the grammarian. So the role of the grammarian is to figure out all those incorrect and inappropriate uses of words and incorrect uses of English in general, and good uses of words and use of word of the day as well, just nexus. So I will also be presenting, and I urge upon all the speakers to come up with better uses of words and take pauses whenever required and make better use of the word of the day, and as well as our previous work speaking experiences, so that we can see an evolved speaker during the course of your journey. Then I will be giving the report as a grammarian as well when the general evaluator will call me. And thank you, and over to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Pravath Ranjan, for that. So before I proceed with the prepared session, I just wanted to observe what are your concerns on digital media, digital gadgets. Can some of you unmute and tell what do you feel that these things have taken away from you?
Sleep, ma'am.
Sleep. Very good.
Yes.
That's the first one. Yeah.
Yes. That white light has destroyed our lives for good.
Yeah. Okay. White light for goodness. What more do you think has taken us?
Sense of, I would say, sort of attachment and simplicity. Like the olden times were so simple. Like if we, for example, sorry sir, 1 second. Like for example, if we had books, we were attached to the books, like the smell of the book. So many tangible factors that we could do. Now it's all in an ebook. So that's like the first thing that comes to your mind, right? Yes, Prof, please proceed.
Pravat sir wanted to say something.
Today, except the real currency in our country or anywhere, the next most important currency is your attention. So social media has taken our attention to what they want to show us, not that what we want to see, because we don't have adequate control over that. One after one flip, another one reel after another. We don't know exactly how much time we have spent in the last 1 hour or this today. So that is the most important thing that has taken us. In the process, we have sacrificed our happiness, our health, our relationship, productivity, and peace of mind as well.
I can't agree more of what you said. Attention and the time that we are losing with social media is actually the thing that is robbing us from our productivity. And in addition, it also gives us the kind of goals that we are not at all entitled, right? Sometimes we see someone doing something and without our thinking like whether it is ours, we just feel so bad that they are doing that. Oh, they are so successful. I could have done more better than that. But then not realizing actually is it in line with our goals. Very rightly said. So we are told about what is the problem of digital media. Let's discuss further how it is controllable, or what we can do, or what are the advantages. Everything we'll be discussing in the next session. So before I proceed further, let us start with our first session, which is prepared speech. So for this, before calling the first speaker, I would like to call upon her evaluator, Toastmaster Sibi, to explain us the objective of the speech, timing, and all other details. Toastmaster Sibi, the dice is all yours.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Our first speaker is like, what you think that you become is a quote which she always drives her moving ahead in her life. And she is doctoral degree in human management and currently working as an assistant professor in Hyderabad. She is fascinated to travel and go on long drives. An avid reader of books. The book she is currently reading, Get the Epic Shit Done by Ankur Warikoo. She is none other than TM Kavya, and her pathway is effective coaching. Project name is Introduction to Vocal Variety. Speech title is From Student to Scholar, getting the PhD experience. The objective of the speech of her speech is to practice using vocal variety and body language to enhance her speech. The allotted time is 5 to 7 minutes. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster CB, for your detailed evaluation. Now, I would like to add upon about what Toastmaster Kavya is. We first saw Kavya in our speech craft. That is how we saw her. I still remember her speech of 1% improvement a day. I believe, Kavya, you remember, right? That was like, it was a very simple topic, but the effort that had is been lingering to me. Whenever I see someone talking about, just work 1% improvement, I always remember Kavya. And the second thing is, she told me she doesn't like biryani, being in the state of Hyderabad. That was something that really shocked me to the core. So without further ado, let me introduce the speaker for today, Toastmaster Kavya. I'm sorry, I missed your title. From becoming, what was your title? From school to getting a PhD, right? Okay, Toastmaster Kavya, the dice is all yours.
The journey of from student to scholar is not a simple one. It is filled up with courage, resilience, and lot of failures. Hello, a very good evening to the distinguished Toastmasters, guests, to each and everyone present over here. Today, I'm extremely honored and privileged to share my journey from student to scholar, navigating my PhD experience. This journey was not so simple. It is filled up with so much pain, sacrifices, and self-discovery. I remember on November 29, 2021, I received a call from my mentor asking me to get submitted my PhD, pre-PhD seminar, which I have to give on or before January 10, 2022. If I am failing in doing so, the report of mine will not be signed for the next 1 year. This is what the entire theme of that phone call. After listening to that entire conversation I had with my mentor, I was totally disappointed and really very, very terrible situation. I don't know what next step I have to take, because as far as schedule is concerned, it is almost 6 to 7 more months I have time to complete my entire thesis and get to that particular stage. But because of certain external factors, I have to complete it only within a span of 2 months. So immediately I have called to my co-scholar who has already done that particular phase. And she has told me that in order to get to my PhD seminar, I have to complete the entire thesis comprising of 180 to 200 pages and get to plagiarism check. And if at all it is in the allowable level, then I will be getting on to the stage of pre-submission seminar. And this approximately takes almost 4 to 5 months if it is done in a more elaborated and detailed way. But the span of time that was given to me was only 2 months, not even 2 months. So now, taking all this into considerations, immediately I went back to my principal and requested her to give me a 2 months of leave so that I'll be able to complete my PhD and just join back her. But she has not accepted my request. Then immediately I have resigned my job. I felt getting doctorate degree is utmost important rather than anything. So then after resigning my job, from that point of time, almost I have taken the help of each and every scholar in my family, especially the different kinds of statisticians who will be helping me in analyzing my data. That 2.5 months, I have worked relentlessly and able to complete my PhD thesis, not exactly on the deadline, but after almost 2 to 3 weeks delay after deadline. So, but somehow I could manage to complete within that particular month. So with a lot of fear on one hand and courage on the other hand, I went to my mentor and kept that PhD thesis before her, asking for her support as well as one more chance for my PhD seminar. Even though it was delayed, but still she has given me one more chance to apply for my PhD seminar. So now the next step, which is very, very important and crucial, is for going for a plagiarism check, where the entire thesis will be in a plagiarism check. And if it is below 10 or equal to 10, then it is acceptable. If not, again, I have to rewrite and recorrect my entire thesis to make that thesis into a allowable or permissible level. So with the kind support as well as with her guidance, I could be able to get into that particular plagiarism check. And when I was given the report for the plagiarism check, it was almost 12%. The report was 12%, but it has to be 10%. So now they have given me 3 days of time to make necessary corrections in my entire thesis so that I will be bringing back it to 10%. But for that, they have given me 3 days of time. So rather than taking 3 days of time, I have done it in 1 day, making necessary corrections or wherever the changes are there. And the next day morning by 9 a.m., I was in the university once again for my plagiarism check. I was so confident that at any cost, I will be getting through this particular phase of plagiarism check, at least in the second attempt. But to my surprise, the result was not accordingly to my wish. It was only 11.5% again. Only 5% I could recorrect. Likewise, in this span of 2 to 3 days, there are almost 6 rejections for my plagiarism check. Every point, at every rejection, there is 0.5 difference. So facing that particular phase of seeing so many number of rejection, failure after failure, I reached a point where I thought, no, this might not be my cup of tea. Even after putting these many efforts, taking the guidance of people around me, but still I'm not able to get into the allowable level and these many number of rejections. So, but still, with the immense support of my guide, once again, I have made the necessary changes. She has given me 3 more days to completely scrutinize the entire thesis and where actually it is needed, the necessary changes. With the help of her, I could, after 6 rejection, could be able to get into the permissible level. And that day, rather than being happy, the entire 3-day struggle, the rejections, the emotions I carried at that point of time is something which I never ever forget in my life. And then with full of joy and enthusiasm, I was on the stage for my pre-PhD seminar, which went very, very smoothly. And that I had a very fascinating experience on that particular day, dealing with my professors, answering their questions. And definitely that will become one of the most memorable day in my lifetime. And even after completion of my seminar, immediately I got a call from my guide to come and meet her. So as soon as I entered her, however, I'm full of joy and enthusiasm that I've done finally my pre-PhD seminar. After entering into her cabin, she has gestures, whatever the hug she has given me, the words she has talked to me was so soothing, and I forgot the entire 2.5 months of time pain which I have went through in this entire process. That day, I have lost my job because of because my madam has not accepted my request for completing my PhD. And today, with this degree, I am in a very good position in university rather than just being a lecturer. And all this has made me that this learning has really helped me in discovering myself, to be patient as well as accepting failures and reflecting from it. Thank you so much for joining me in this journey. Hope every one of us will excel through. Thank you so much.
Wow. Isn't it what people now you will agree, right? What I told about Kavya, having a vision is one thing, but to transfer that into action and hold your ground for years, in this case, 4 days, is what called courage. And I think it explains all. Congratulations, Kavya, for your amazing transformational journey. Congratulations. So let us go ahead. Yeah, you deserve all courage, okay? And I felt like sometimes a tight slap on me because I am complaining about something. Thank you very much. Thank you for that inspirational speech. Now I would like to call upon the second speaker. But before calling her, let me call upon the table topics twin, who is also does a fabulous job in evaluation, Toastmaster Uma Natraj, to spell about what is the second speaker's objective. Toastmaster Uma Natraj, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, TMOD Toastmaster Swarna. Today, the speaker, Toastmaster Nitya, is giving her level 2 speech 3 from the path Innovative Planning. The project name is Introducing to Toastmasters Mentoring. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a mentee. So, wishing Toastmaster Nitya all the very best. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Uma Natraj, who is, like, by the way, my mentor. I've learned lifelong from ma'am. She's just phenomenal, just adding something. And now the speaker is my mentee, okay? And what really fascinates about me is her writing. I know she's not in Toastmasters for writing, but then I am always in awe of whenever she sends me her speech. She is someone who has enthusiastically taken up the role of ESCOM's just from 1 month of joining the club. Someone who is always willing to learn, someone who is always curious about how things flow. So without further ado, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Nitya on the stage to present her speech. Toastmaster Nitya, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Mentor Memoirs. A very good evening to all of you. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So we would have all heard and learned this shloka when you were a kid by heart, right? And just like most other kids, I also kept chanting it across prayer rooms to schools without truly grasping the essence of what the shloka is. Ma'am, I'm sorry, I think I have to start again. Could you please spotlight me? It's very hard for me to, I'm not able to see myself.
You're not able to. I spotlighted you.
I think it's because of the view for me here, I think. Not able to add myself here.
Okay. I'll spotlight you and the timer. Is that okay?
That's fine, ma'am, because that's how I did for the previous speaker also.
Okay. Toastmaster Vinod, please kindly restart her timing.
I'm very sorry, I had to do this because otherwise the view is not clear. Okay.
I'm adding Toastmaster Vinod also into your view. You're able to see?
Just a second, can I start?
Yeah. You're able to see you and Vinod, right?
Yeah. The screen is clear.
Yeah, please go.
Sorry, just give me a second. It's not. I'm very sorry, there's just some issue with my system. Yeah, it's all set now. You're able to see me clearly, right? For me, the spotlight view is perfect. Sorry about what happened. I'll start. Okay. Mentor Memoirs. A very good evening to all of you. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Just like most of us heard this shloka right from our childhood, I've done this as well. I've recited it across prayer rooms, to meeting rooms, to school assemblies, without truly grasping the essence of what it means. Now, before we proceed further, let us try to unravel the meaning of this a bit. So what it essentially tries to tell us is that the teacher or a guru is the ultimate supreme being, and one must bow down before that guru. Beautiful, isn't it? Now let's try to understand and get the perspective of who a teacher or a mentor really is. He or she is a trusted counselor or a guide who helps the protégé or the mentee understand a particular issue or particular thing in a subject of consideration and helps them solve the problem by applying whatever they've learned in the subject of consideration. Now, we don't realize it, but a great mentor touches the lives of the people they come across and leave an indelible impression forever. Now, I'm going to narrate the tale of 3 such mentors in my life. The first one being my history teacher of 8th grade. So, just like most of us, I'm sure you can all relate to it. I hated social science and especially history as a subject. There was so much to cram up. It was never something that came naturally to me. But I loved my teacher's teaching. Ironical, isn't it? Well, I'll explain why and how it became easier. Now, for instance, let me put an example. For instance, we had a particular lesson on a specific dynasty, which was in the 9th century. Absolutely not relatable. There was no way I was going to understand it. So what she did was she put the lesson and compartmentalized it into 4 or 5 separate blocks. One was all about the kings and all the rulers in that particular dynasty. The second was all about the important dates and events. Third one was about the currencies they used. And the fourth one was all about the bibliography or literature that they had. And together with this, she made one beautiful workflow diagram that I remember till date. And would you believe if I tell you that life came to a full circle when I happened to teach my niece the same thing during her class 8 history examinations? That was such a beautiful moment, and it made me realize how amazing my mentor was and how her teaching still stays with me. It was such a wonderful thing to know. So moving on, over to my second mentor. My second mentor was the one from work, not my current job, but the job before that. So I'll explain the situation. I was fresh out of my first project after college, and had gotten into my second one. Naturally, I had only a limited skill set that I could know because I was slowly adapting to the corporate world. And I was successfully onboarded into the project, and I was given a mammoth task of having to handle a particular big project, and I had a timeline of 3 months. I naturally started panicking. It so happened that my mentor walked in at that time, and he comforted me and told me not to panic. Let me also give a context on why it was a big thing for him to do. He had come in with around 20 years of corporate experience and had become a PhD scholar. Now, for somebody to work for that long and learn again, that itself was inspiring. He sat me down and helped me create a roadmap of the whole project. And then we got down to brass tacks. Ultimately, we came up with flying colors and gave a solution that the organization uses till date. Now, the takeaway from this is that a good mentor or a great mentor always guides you the right way when in distress and shows you the light at the end of the tunnel. That's a very difficult thing, isn't it? Now, you may all have a question in mind. I talked about school, I talked about work, but I didn't talk about college. Again, a very common experience. My teachers didn't teach me anything. I would say life was my biggest mentor there. Because life taught me multiple things. One, how to handle deadlines. Second, how to handle assignments, fights, resolutions, conferences, and whatnot. Life taught me so much that the general college context couldn't teach. It even taught me adulting. So that was something wonderful I learned. Now, talking about life, there's one other aspect of life that I want to touch, and that is Toastmasters mentoring. Now, I walked into Toastmasters at a stage where I was not confident about expressing my thoughts or views that easily. And the initial few weeks, needless to say, I'm sure all of you have seen, it wasn't easy to come out in the open and talk to people. And it was then I got mapped to Swarnalata ma'am as the mentee. And ever since then, she's been gracious enough to help me understand each and every project and has helped me all through my journey, whether be it my curriculum learning or even in the role of capacity of an ex-com. She's helped me, whether be VPPR or whether be the VP role. She stood by me every time I wanted some understanding from her. And like I said, whatever she's taught me has stayed with me, and I'm sure it will stay with me in the future as well. Now, another thought that we need to talk about is that great teachers or great mentors do not help you they'll not give you the answers. Great teachers do not spoon feed you the answers, but they certainly help you discover them. Now, knowledge is indeed superpower, and you will need to be empowered in order to do anything you want. I am glad all my mentors that I've mentioned have helped me do that, and that's definitely shaped my life in a very good way. And in the course of the future, I really, really hope that I find more mentors and empower myself to the fullest. What is your take? Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nitya. That was indeed a very wonderful speech about the mentors. I believe that when the student is ready, the teacher arrives. So I think it's more about you. You are also ready for the receiving. So now let's come back to today's topic of digital. Now I would like to, we can't say that digital is taking a lot of our space, because if not for digital, we wouldn't have been sitting here and talking to each other, sharing our values, right? So the digital world has also been a boom, especially in terms of COVID, or it's in the way we are connecting with people across the world. We can't even imagine that had it not been for the digital. So now let's not say that digital is all about bad things. There are few things that digital actually helps us. Now I would like you all Toastmasters to help me. Tell me where in your life you feel that this digital part, it has my life into it. It helps me to do this. It is what. So I would like to hear it from you. What is some digital part which is very integral and taking you positively towards your goals? Anyone can tell anything that you feel.
Anything digital that's integral to us in life, is it?
Yeah, it is integral and it's taking you towards your goals.
Laptop, because it does help us learn a lot.
Yes, laptop, I would say Udemy. You know, I was shocked to learn there was a course in Udemy how to drive a bike.
Wow.
Can you
Okay.
believe it? How to drive a bike?
We have courses for everything at this point.
Yeah, please pour in your ideas. How do you feel the technology, digital especially?
For me,
The simplest thing. Sorry, Vinod. Okay, continue, Vinod.
yeah, for me, digital marketing, I can say, digital marketing is booming like anything. So for my business, it's completely traditional business, real estate. I'm into real estate, but 50 to 60% of the sales is happening through digital marketing leads. So people and customers, or most of the people, are coming to the digital platforms. So their life completely transformed from normal to digital, I can say. There is a digital age at the same time normal age. So now people are into digital age.
Yes, true.
That's what I can say.
Very true,
So that's completely, I'm transforming my business completely to digital itself. Yes.
And I would like to add, we all have become multitasker. At the same time, at the same place with our laptops on, we have everything. We enjoy multitasking. The nexus between the digital marketing and ourselves has given us give booms.
Besides what TM Binod and Mukta Giramam have already said, one more thing that has really transformed through digital era is learning. During the COVID era, that has really transformed the way we should look into our learning, because we don't have enough access to those physical study material during all the time. And Google Baba has helped all the way also. That is the second guru these days. I mean, the fourth guru. And besides all this connectivity through the virtual world, even while I am sleeping, I'm just going to bed right now, but in the America is opening up, the stock market in America is opening up. The access to the world that has been opened through just simply a gateway. That has been the boon for this generation. I mean, TM Nitya and her peers would be the most beneficial. I mean, would take the most benefit out of it, because they have a long way to go from now onwards. Thank you.
Yeah, I completely understand, sir. The irony is, I love reading books. And as Nitya said, I really like the smell. But I bought a Kindle, and every time I read, I read the book, but I still feel like, that doesn't have a connection. So now I'm slowly, I'm starting building my own library back, and I'm getting the physical book. But in terms of my technology books, you won't believe, last 2 months I have disposed so much of my engineering books that I can't believe that once I thought that I will never part with those books, because I have the new editions all in PDF forms available wherever, whenever I can take it. So yeah, it's like a kind of flip for me there.
I am shocked to know that you still have your engineering books. Oh my God.
I am not some 40, 50 years old, okay?
I didn't mean that way. I mean, I completed college a few years back. I threw them right away.
Yeah, I said, no, I'm little old mentality. I like my books. So I really carried all books, in bags, wherever.
This huge, ma'am. You should use them as a
good
pillow and
books.
sleep.
I
He is a
carried to
believer
Hyderabad,
of base.
Hyderabad, Delhi, Bombay, present to Kochi, everywhere. I've carried 2-3 bags, full bags of books. But thanks to one of my mentor, I'm disposing everything. Okay, so we'll do continue on this topic. So before I don't want to delay and stand in between you and your mom contest. And to do the honor, we have the table topic master, Toastmaster Partha, who has been doing his PhD in table topics. That is what I believe, because every time he comes up with a very innovative way of making us, confused, and then make us, give us some inspiration to talk. So I would like to hand over the dice to Toastmaster Partha as a table topic master.
Hi all. Very good evening to dear Toastmaster and guests. I am super excited to be the TTM of this meeting. And like this, every time I have super exciting table topic for all of you, and all of you will enjoy each and every topic. Being TTM, I am just explaining the role of TTM for the first time speaker, that the speech will be 2 minutes. It is impromptu type speech for each of the topics, and you have only 30-second grace. So your speech should be completed 2 minutes 30 seconds. And for today's, keeping in mind that we are going to attend the international table topic contest, so our topic, each and every topic is super exciting and common to all of you knows the content of the topic, because today I have introduced a new name of this topic, that is the code challenge. Today I will present different code of the different famous personalities, and most of the code is known to you. You just have to express your thought or experience. How do you feel about this code? Your own experience, your own feelings. If you feel that you are not agree with this, whatever written on my slide of the quote of this person, you can express your own feeling. There is total freedom on you. If you don't understand the quote actual meaning, I will help you to understand it. I think it's okay for all of you. Are you ready, guys? Please raise your hand. Who want to take first? Okay, Povat sir. Before sharing my slide, please, can you make me co-host? Anyone?
I am not sure how we're going to make 2 people as the co-host. Ma'am, is there a way about for that?
So right now, make me co-host, disable any others. Then after that, you can take this control from me.
Swarnalata ma'am, could you please do that? Please give us a minute, partner, sir. She'll.
Okay, no issues.
No, just a second. I don't know, for some weird reason my oh god, my share screen has opened up for some reason. Just a second. Clicked into it. Ma'am, can you hear me? Swarnalata ma'am, can you hear me? Sir, please give us a couple of seconds.
No, man.
I don't have the
just relax. It happens.
I don't have the host access currently, so I'm just trying to figure out how to change your access.
No issue.
Yes, sir. Just a minute.
I have made Partha sir host.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. My screen is visible to all?
Yes.
Okay. Prabhat sir, is it visible or I will just read this topic? Okay, I am reading this.
No, it's visible.
Okay, this is a wonderful quote by Ratan Tata.
I don't believe in taking right decisions. I take decisions and then make them right.
Hello. What sir, you can start.
I don't believe in taking right decisions. I take decisions and then make them right. By the great legendary Ratan Tata. When we are not aware what is right now, we can take the decision in the best interest of all the stakeholders and then gradually come to a point defining that it is right for everyone else. Let me take an example of Ratan Tata when he tried to launch Tata Nano in the market for the benefit of the general common man on the street. When he saw the entire family on a scooter, he felt the pain that why this family can't be given some safety and that I can design a car so that these common men can afford and they have the safety. The concern was the safety of the people who usually can't afford a car. And that time, many people came to come forward and just to prove him wrong that a car cannot be built under 1 lakh, say 1.5 lakhs, including the investors and the board members. But later on, he went into because that was something the pain of a common man. He understood it and took it forward, stayed glued to his own conviction and proved that this can be done, and he proved it in the market. And now Tata Nano became a brand, a globally accepted brand, and now it is coming in high developed versions also. So this is applicable to all of us in all our life in different spheres. Even if something doesn't appear to be right, depending upon our own level of perception and awareness, we can take decision in the best interest of others and then gradually put our best possible efforts to make it happen in real life. Thank you.
Wow, wonderful speech. What's a wonderful speech. You start your story with Nano and beautifully explain the content of this thought given by Ratan Tata. I love the way you explain all those things. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, it's time for Nitya.
Hello, I'm voluntary.
Hello.
Do you find like the toughest quotes for me every time?
Actually, I'm not visible all of you as I sharing the screen. That's why I'm following the chat option. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I just asked if you were reserving the toughest quotes for me every time.
No, it is not the toughest quote. It is the very common quote by Albert Einstein. I am reading this quote for helping you. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will be live its whole life believing that it is stupid. It's a beautiful quote by Albert Einstein.
I don't deny that. I don't deny that at all.
Okay.
Can I start?
Yes. Just.
Like I said a few seconds before, this is a very beautiful quote, and I'll explain why. A few years back, I was active on Facebook back then. I'm no longer a member of Facebook. But when I was there, I remember an image being circulated very often. It had an image of a fish, a monkey, a donkey, and a few other animals. Now, it was weirdly funny because the donkey was swimming, the fish was up on the tree, and the other animal was, sort of running in a very weird, fast position, like how a cheetah would. And that wasn't a cheetah, it was a horse or some other animal. I am not sure of the third animal. So that image made an impression that very moment I saw it because of the symbolism that was there. Now, I would relate that to this quote because that this is exactly what it stood for. Now, you cannot, everybody has some innate talent. You cannot judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. A fish is meant to swim well in water. It cannot thrive outside water, it would die. And similarly, you can't ask a monkey to fly, obviously. It's meant to just climb a tree. That's the maximum it can do. It's come up with a certain set of roles. There's another example I would want to talk about, which was in school. I remember a friend who was very good at art. The images she used to draw right as a child of 10 or 11 years used to be breathtakingly beautiful that I never really understood why nobody appreciated the innate talent that she had. It was always about her not faring well in the school exams, and that was never a nice thing. her talent and all of what she stood for was in the field of art. Now, naturally, judging her, for something she's not naturally good at, is not going to help her. It's going to make her believe she's dumb when she's actually very talented in art. She may not be talented in studies, but she's amazing in art, and that needs to stand out, right? But our education system is extremely flawed, and we're all going to be engineers or doctors first before we ultimately get to choose what we want to do in life. And that's sad, but that's how our life is. So I really hope the future generations figure it out for themselves. Thank you.
Wow, what a thought, Nitya. Wonderful. You bring this the problem of education system, and we all have our own specialization. We all are the specialist of the different thing, but when we start the judging with the compare with the others, we feel that we are not best person for that field. You wonderfully bring the whole story and comparison and justify this topic. Wonderful. Keep it up.
Thank you.
So who go next? Elias. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. My screen is visible?
Yes.
Yes. Is it required to read out it, or it is visible to you?
It is visible to me.
Okay. You can start, sir.
You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Okay, wait. Am I audible and visible so I can start? I'm just typing the topic. Yes, wait. Let me lower my hand. Okay. I start. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and fellow readers, you must be the change you wish to see in the world, and to have this nexus with your leadership experience in Toastmasters or in your life. It means that if you see there is something that you want to change, but you are so eagerly want to be the change itself, don't wait. So many people are waiting. That's so-called wait and see. They are not the believers. They just want to observe, analyze, observe, analyze, observe, analyze. Okay, that's good idea. Observe and analyze. But the point is the action itself. If you think that the world can be better, you should be the one. If you don't believe the current system is working for you, then create a new system. Be the system itself. Then you will leave a legacy. And if you can be a nexus from the old generation to the current generation and to the later generation or the future generation, the nexus here is you. It is like what Steve Jobs said, connecting the dots. So once you can connect the dots, the reader is there. The reader is the one that can see the future, make it into a present, and can relate back from the past and make it into a formula. And yes, I do believe that the world can be better if we adopt this change management and agile leadership. So back to you, TTM Partha.
Wonderful, sir. Just awesome. You just express your views on this topic. Yes, sir, I do agree with you. We want a lot of things in our life. There is a problem. There is something problem. We're always complaining. If you really want to do something, you want to be better, expect the better world, we have to take our first step to make it better. If we make better our surroundings, everything, our workplace, wherever we live, our society, then we can expect the better world. So we have to take the first initiative to make it change. Then we expect a better and advanced world will come to us. Wonderful thoughts, sir. I respect your opinion on that. And you just justified with this code. And it's time for Vijay Kumar, sir. And I'm super excited for your thoughts on the next topic. It's really wonderful topic is waiting for you. Vijay Kumar, sir, are you ready? Hello. Hello.
Yeah, ready.
This is the Chinese bamboos. The specialty of Chinese bamboos is that within 0 to 4 years, there is no growth. Each and every day you put water on it, you nurture it, but you will find that there is no growth. Sometimes you may be disappointed, but after 5 weeks, you will find that it will 90 feet tall. This is the iconic Chinese views. This is your topic. Now we are expecting your opinion, your views on it. You can start.
What a wonderful question. Actually, nothing, or usually not everyone, can easily develop overnight. If you want to create some sort of talent, public speaking, for instance, or some sort of professional excellence, there's always going to be a period of learning, training, practicing, experimenting, succeeding and failing, doing that quietly. I want to be able to see a student who's going to excel herself in operations management, or another student going to excel himself in financial management, or in shipping law, or in nursing. I can't expect them overnight to learn such big things. For a long time, you're not going to see them. You're not going to be visible in the workplace. You won't see them. For many years, I was just a mere ordinary office worker. I was not visible to the world except to my employers. And so were all the other staff. Yeah, Vijay Kumar is coming to work. He's going back from work. That's it. Until the day I became a lecturer. That's when people say, oh, this fellow's a lecturer. Oh. I walk into a family mart restaurant. Even the guy there, I was wearing an old t-shirt, my pants, and of course my slippers. I was not properly attired. And he's asking me, big brother, are you a lecturer? I say, yeah, I am. He said, how do you know? I saw you going to a campus. There's a university nearby. You know how long it took me to achieve my position? Donkey's years. So you can't expect someone who is beginning to show promise. It takes learning, nurturing, training, and whatever to shine in life. Thank you.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful, sir. Oh, you always inspire ourselves with your wonderful thoughts. And this times also you explain compared with the education system, and then bring your own story to align with these thoughts and the topic. It's really amazing. Now who is the next? Let me check. Kabir, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, it is Kavya, sir.
Okay. Sorry, ma'am. Yes, your topic on the screen, I am read out. Dream is not that which you see while sleeping. It is something that does not let you sleep. Wonderful quote by APJ Abdul Kalam. Ma'am, we are expecting your thoughts on that.
Yes. As far as this quote is concerned, dream is not that which you see while sleeping. It's something that does not let you sleep. And this, I can relate to one of my experience which I had with my student last couple of years back. He has done his MBA Business Analytics every day in the span of 2 years. Whenever we meet or whenever in the class or at any point of time, he has only one dream of going to America and pursue his PhD in America. That was his dream. Whatever the conversation I have with him for that entire 2 years, he has told me that every day he'll be sleeping with that dream of going to America. And after that, after completion of MBA for 2 years, he has put almost all writing down the different kinds of examinations through which he'll be getting into that particular place. But almost there are 10 times of rejections where he could not get into the examination properly. And even after getting into the examination, he has not got the visas. There are like with so many. So in that particular entire the span, it is almost 2 to 3 months of time. It has made that particular span where he could be able to reach his dream. So even though the situation is not in our favor, even though we are facing many number of failures, but still, if you're every day sleeping with a dream that one day or the other we will be achieving it. So even today, I'm dreaming, sleeping with one dream where after a few years of time, I would become an entrepreneur, starting up my own business. So probably I'm every day putting all my efforts in with this particular dream, where in future, if everything goes well, and if I may become an entrepreneur, sleeping with a dream is something which will definitely help us in achieving it, if no sooner or later. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are rightly explained what it. Ma'am, we all have our dreams, but only sleeping it doesn't work. We should have that much passion, commitment that will not allow us to sleep. Until unless we are not achieving our dream, we will leave all those stuff. We will only focus and too much committed to our work, which enable ourselves to reach our dream. Wonderful thoughts, ma'am. I appreciate your thoughts on this topic. Okay, next, Binod. TM Binod, are you ready? TM Binod, are you there?
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay, there is another wonderful topic on the screen. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Abraham Lincoln, one of the leaders I really admire.
Yes, the quote which I personally follow every day, personally I thought every day. So the best way that we predict our future is always, so is to create it, whatever the goals we have, whatever the vision we have. So always we have to think about that goals and vision every day, day to day. We have to create specific tasks to create that goal, so that whatever the future we are predicting it, so we can create it. As every day I follow every year, January, I'll create the goals on end of the year, what goals I need to achieve. From day one itself, I will create each and every goal, every task. So every day I will visualize that I'm going to achieve that goal. So in my mind itself, so I'm predicting my future to achieve the future, to achieve my vision. So that's how I follow personally. So I believe the best way to predict our futures is to create it with our true, sincere hard work and smart work, and creating clear roles. Yeah, thank you so much.
Wonderful, Beyond. Wonderful, wonderful. I love it, the way you explain it. We are running out of time, so quickly I am giving my last topic to TM Sanulata ma'am. Ma'am, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, I am repeating, I am just reading out this topic. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Wonderful quote by Martin Luther King Jr. We want all of you want to know your perspective on that. How do you feel about this quote? If you share your life experience on that or your feelings, it will be great. Stage is yours, ma'am.
Mama, I quit skating. You know, everyone is winning ahead of me. I'm the last one. I come last. I don't get even a single point, you know. That was my son's voice 4 months back when I joined him in the skating. He was doing phenomenal, but never won a race. Every time he was going here, he always ended up. He was very small among the group. But then I was deciding maybe he's not fit for sports. He was very good. He's very good at academics. So probably I should take him out of skating. Then my husband said, no, let him go there. Let him just be there for the fun of being there. He started the next day. Every day I took him, I only told him one thing: no need to win, just enjoy. The day you stop enjoying, we will take you out of this game. And then my son's first day, he was literally scrolling. And I had to give him voice like, Nivan, follow, Nivan, it is going a race. He used to do that. And the next day, he started speeding up. And today, I'm a proud mother who can say, out of his competitors, every time he races, at least he ends up second or third. This is what life has taught me. Every time whenever on Thursdays and Saturdays, when I take him to the competition, I always remember this. Maybe in professional life or in a personal life, it is not that we always start running and getting the medal. It is first we need to crawl, we need to walk, and then probably someday running, we will achieve our trophy. But we can win this only if you are on the track, not when you're sitting or not at your home. So all of you best be on the track and participate in next week contest. Okay, thank you very much.
Super amazing, ma'am. You just come with your own story and lovely way you explain this topic, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. There is a lot of struggle come in our life. We not able to run. Sometimes we're stuck, not able to walk. Sometimes we'll not able to crawl, but we should be move forward. Whatever the struggle challenges us, can't stop our movement. We can pause for some time, but we should not be stopped. We should not be stopped until unless we are achieve our dream. That is a wonderful quote by Martin Luther King. And you just explain with the story. It's a wonderful person. Now it's time to give the control of this meeting to the TMOD, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Partha sir. It was such a delightful thing. Whenever you come as an TTM, we are always expecting something wonderful to happen. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for such a delightful way in which you defined this. Thank you very much.
If I may add a point, sorry to interrupt, if I may add a point, he surpasses himself every single time. Just when you think he can't get better, he'll come up with something more unique.
Yeah. Kavya, can you please mute yourself? I don't have that. Thank you very much. Yeah, every time he surpasses himself. That's true. So we were talking about the digital thing and how it is going to we all spoke about how it is affecting our life. Now let us put little points, perspective in point. Is the digital media putting us out of our time, or is it we who are taking the digital media? I wondered whenever I was studying for my task, the moment I feel it's a little bit difficult, or sometimes when it is, oh no, this is too much of maths, it's too much of statistics, then I go seeking the pleasure, the dopamine pleasure, by looking at the reels. And I never know how 1 hour went, half an hour went, and then there is a guilt that I have spent my time around the wrong direction. Then comes the course correction, then comes the fight back, and that is how my stress is. Mobile phones, yes, they are there to serve us with our functions. But how do we decide whether we want them to control us or we want to take our control back is the thing. Now, the common mistake we all do is when we decide, right, today I'm going to do many things, the first thing we'll do is we'll take that, okay, today onwards, I am not going to see any reels. This is not how system works. Your mind is already, induced with this dopamine when you see reels or you spend time talking with someone. So how do we control it? According to me, the thing that best works is stop anything for 2 minutes. It is whenever you feel like seeing the reels or going mindless chatting on Facebooks or anything, just stop yourself for 2 minutes. Just for 2 minutes. Say that, okay, after 2 minutes, let me do this. What happens is 80% of the time, you don't go to the reels. You go back to your work because your mind just needs a distraction. So distract it, tell it, okay, I'm giving you, but just 2 minutes. This is one of the hacks that I have found out. The other hack I found is the morning alarms. It's very convenient to keep a mobile as an alarm. But what I did is last 6 months back, I went and I bought a physical alarm clock. You all remember that, the one that is that would be the music it gives, and it's like makes everyone out of house freaking out, right? I got that and I've kept it. Of course, the volume is reduced. I sleep in a separate room so that it doesn't disturb my son and my husband. After putting him to sleep, I sleep in my hall. I keep that alarm clock. Where it is literally difficult job to snooze the button. Every time I have to do that screwing, I don't need to go there. Instead of that, I get up. So that is one thing I did. I don't, when I sleep in my room, I keep my mobile phone in the other room and keep this as alarm and sleep. What I found is when I wake up at 4:30 or 5 o'clock, at least for 3 hours, I don't go to my mobile. After 8 o'clock, you can find me in the WhatsApps answering good morning, good evening, everything. I'll do that. So yeah, even said that, I still find it a little hard to avoid that in the evenings, but I'm very happy and proud to say that in morning. So I would like to hear from you people, someone who has won a little war against digital. How do you do? How did you do so that it will help others to go forward? I think Kavya has something to say.
Ma'am, actually, I have read one technique in the book called as Pomodoro technique, where it is about 30 minutes. We have to schedule in doing particular tasks. In the 25 minutes, away from the distraction, we have to continuously concentrate on whatever the work we are doing. And 5 minutes is a free time. In the science, we can do whatever you want. Either you can put a message or talk to anyone or whatever. That 5 minutes is a distraction time where you can have your distraction like this, at least 2 to 4 pomodoros if you are doing. However, productivity as well as distraction both will go hand in hand.
Yes, Kavya, yes. I have heard this also from a lot of members who say that 25 minutes of focus time and 5 minutes of something mindless and then going back to your work. Thank you very much. Nitya wanted to say something.
Yeah, so I have a couple of things that work for me. One is the very basic rookie technique for social media. You just uninstall it right in the morning or right after you see it in the night and do not open it till the next day. First couple of times it sucks, it's so bad, but you get used to it and you realize how much time you waste on social media. Second thing is subscribing to the OTT apps. I unsubscribe to everything except Amazon Prime, which of course we need for Amazon delivery, so I still have it. But apart from that, I was unsubscribed from all apps and I realized it saves so much of my time because we very subconsciously, when we have a subscription, we end up watching the series to no end at all. Now I feel it's really saved a lot of my time.
You will hate me, but I would say get a baby because my son never ever allows us to see TV. Literally after his birth, we have not only 2 or thrice we have gone to theaters to watch some movie, that to his movies because no violence for him. I think Pathan and Bahubali probably were the only movies that we have seen on the screen. No TV. I mean, all are cartoons. So you hate me for this.
I've heard a very similar perspective from a few people with children as well.
Even when we want to see a movie, like he'll be like, "Come on, let's see all this kids movie." I know all kids movie, by the way. Any other suggestions? Anyone had done something experimental and have achieved? Umana, yes, ma'am.
Very addicted to mobile and social media. But of late, I have realized that if you keep yourself so busy that you don't have time to go and see the mobile, that is one thing. So keep yourself so busy that you don't have time to go and look into the mobile. And nowadays, I am so busy with a lot of housework and taking care of my husband. So that keeps me busy. And only when I get time, I go and see the mobile. So one thing is to keep yourself busy in things which you are interested in or doing the housework or whatever you want to do. That will take you away from wasting your time on social media. So only when necessary, you can go and see. So initially, I was just wasting time keeping that. Instead of that, I feel that I'm doing something productive nowadays.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And there is one more, pothole here. We all think that inspiration videos, the reels that comes with like a lot of inspiration, like this, like that. So we end up watching them rather than acting on them. That is one catch. Previously I used to observe a lot of reels like, Tony Robinson, then he, Ankur Varia, ye, wo. You will feel like full energized, wow, very motivated. But at the end of the day, if you see, you've already wasted 2 hours just watching in all these videos. And so, yes, we need our levels of motivation, but you can have a fixed time. And the other thing I felt is having time wasting time, in our schedule. Like if you completely have a very good pack, your mind will take you off. So somewhere in 15 minutes, you can say like, lean hour or wasting time where you just do nothing, but maybe do some waste so that your mind feels that you're not overloaded. You're doing actually some fun items also, spending time. So with this, let me call upon our first evaluator for today, Toastmaster Sibi, to give us his evaluation for Toastmaster Kavya. Toastmaster Sibi, the dais is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Kavya, TM Kavya's speech is so inspirational. She structured her speech in a proper manner. In the beginning, she shared a story of a phone call from her mentor about the deadline of her project. It really kept the audience engaging, like what's going to happen next. She used different tones, mentioning about the plagiarism check rejection. Then the transition in the speech was amazing, where she explained about about entering the permissive level. Overall, she beautifully explained her emotions throughout the speech. Her hand gesture are effective, and in the end of the speech, she have wonderfully conveyed the message to accept the failures. That was superb. Overall, her spoken language is clear and easy to understand. Eye contact with the audience is convincing. Her physical gestures are so effective. She appeared so comfortable. Then one suggestion from my end I would like to make is about her camera angle. If it is in the straight position, then her hand gestures would have been more effective. This is the only point I have observed from my end. Then other than this, everything was great, and there is no doubt about like she's going to deliver fabulous speeches in the future. So overall, it is a wonderful work, Kavya. Thank you for your inspirational speech.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster CB, for such a detailed evaluation. A point I would like to add upon is, Kavya, your speech was very beautifully written, but I felt somewhere pauses need to be there. The point when your mentor said that you have to submit the speech in 2 weeks, you should have paused for us to actually digest that. What you have to take for 6 months, it has taken, you are asking speech given in 2 months. So the pause has to be there for the audience to think. So that I felt you are very running fast. The pause was now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Uma Natraj to give her evaluation on Toastmaster Nitya's speech.
The mediocre leader tells, the good leader explains, the superior leader demonstrates, the great leader inspires, says Jerry Patton. Yes, it was an inspiring speech about mentorship by Toastmaster Nitya today. As usual, she was energetic, cherubic, and she connected with the audience with the Sanskrit shloka, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwaraha, and asked us, did we realize the meaning of that? So that emotional connect happened in the first 30 seconds. So point 1, she won there. That is the first step. Then they say the first 30 seconds are important. So that was done. Number 2, I love the rule of 3. Always when you use the rule of 3, people listen to you attentively. Here, the rule of 3 of the 3 stories was very effective. And the stories of the 3 mentors kept me listening in awe that sometimes I forgot that I was an evaluator and had to note down the points. Okay, so I loved the structure of the speech too. There was a clear introduction, body part, and also the conclusion where the takeaway was given. And the takeaway message was there. All the stories related to school, work, and life kept us spellbound. There was a takeaway message saying a mentor is one who shows light at the end of the tunnel. Life is the greatest mentor. Great teachers do not give you the answers. They ask you to question and then derive the answers. And she also mentioned the relationship she had with her mentor in Toastmasters, mentioning about Toastmasters Swarna and how she accepted her as her mentee graciously and guided her. So overall, these 3 points I would like to reinforce, and these 3 points I love. To make the speech a little more better, here are the 3 recommendations. Number 1, stories definitely add value to the speech. Some drama in the first story could have been better so that we could have listened to you with more rapt attention. They say that voice modulation plays an important role. For example, when you said that, our history teacher, how she used to teach, if you had just shown some drama, I think people would have been more curious to know what you wanted to say. And the way you said that you could relate with your cousin, saying that you taught in the same way. And you know what I did? I taught the same method to my cousin. You could have shown some voice modulation there. That would have been better. And then point 2, showing hand while saying story number 1, story number 2, and story number 3 would have been better so that people will say, remember those 3 stories better. And pay attention to your lighting system and camera position so that you avoid having the last minute hassles. Otherwise, you're a natural speaker. And to summarize, all the 3 points which I said, the beginning, you hooked the audience, then the rule of 3, and also the takeaway message. Everything was there. Just concentrate on the 3 recommendations which I have given, and you can take it to the next level. All the best to you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Uma Nataraj. That was like a comprehensive analysis, completely taking everything into account. Toastmaster Nitya, I only felt one thing, that the connection between the 3 stories were not little smooth. So I think it's a lot of work for both of us. So thank you very much. Now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Vinod, the timer, to share his report on today's meeting.
Please unmute yourself, Vinod.
Screen is visible, right? Yes. Timer report. This is the timer report. So prepared speeches. TM Kavya used 6 minutes, and TM Nitya 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So in evaluations, TM CB 1 minute 55 seconds, and Uma Natarajan ma'am 3 minutes 20 seconds. And the table topic speakers, TM Parvatsa 2 minutes, TM Nitya 2 minutes 18 seconds, TM Helios 2 minutes 7 seconds, TM Vijay Kumar 2 minutes 15 seconds, TM Kavya 2 minutes 5 seconds, TM Vinod 1 minute 20 seconds, TM Swarnalata 1 minute 45 seconds. This is the brief report about what the timers used today. Over to you, Toastmaster Swarnalata ma'am.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Vinod, for that such an interactive and innovative report. Sorry. Thank you very much. Now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Pravat Ranjan, who is both the R counter and the grammarian, to give his detailed report.
TM Vinod, could you please discontinue presenting your screen?
Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. I would please enable me to share my screen. It says it is disabled.
Toastmaster Vinod, can you just hand over the host to Pravat Ranjan, sir? I think I have made you host.
You can.
Yeah, and now you can, Pravat Ranjan, sir. Are you able to?
Just a second.
Yeah.
Still showing disabled participants.
Uh,
Disabled participants.
You have to make Prabhat Ranjan sir the host, co-host. Or wait. Partha sir, I have made you the host.
I am made ourselves host.
That's it. Now sir will be able to talk.
Yes. First, let me share the counter report. Everyone was almost fabulous in share while speaking on this platform. Be prepared speaker, be the evaluators, and also the guest speakers and table topic master, everyone. First of all, my screen is visible to everyone. Thank you. While speaking, some speakers made good users of their speeches, thus minimizing the filler words or the crutch words. And to summarize, the first speaker, Kabya, used 5 hours, 2 ends, 8 so's, and the repeat word was so. TM Nitya was almost flawless, only 1 hour and 1 so. TM Partha used no R's and only 2 so's, and the repeat word was super. It could have been replaced by some other word. And TM CB used 4 R's and 1 show, no other filler words. Umamam just 2 hours and no other filler words. Shonladamam 2 hours. TM Binod only 1 hour. And me maybe more, but I have observed only this much while speaking, only 1 hour and 2 ends. My repeat word was end. No other speaker used any filler words, and congratulations to all of you. And some few suggestions to improve our speeches and to make it better, that we can take pauses while speaking so that our speeches don't really require any use of any filler words. And whenever required, we can also slow down a bit to take some time in order to avoid our filler words. And at times when exact word is not coming to mind, we can show gestures. So that can also help in doing away with the filler words. And use of small sentences and simple language during the speech, especially during the impromptu and the evaluation process, can also help to great extent in containing our use of filler words. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Prabhat Ranjan sir.
And once again, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Toastmasters of the day. I will be presenting my report as the grammarian. Because I was taking note for both them, I couldn't do full justice to the role of grammarian, but still I will try my best to present the role of grammarian, whatever I have observed. Most of the speakers were fabulous in using good uses of words. There are some good uses of words, like Kabya used plagiarism, cup of tea, enthusiasm, soothing, accepting failures. And I didn't observe any not so good use words against Quebec. Congratulations. And TM Nitya had used a great array of good uses of words like grasp, supreme being, protege, indelible, bibliography, mammoth task, flying colors, gracious enough, saved my life. Congratulations. No bad uses. I mean, not so good use of words. Guest alias used some good words like create new system, legacy, connect the dots. And TM Partha used some good words like iconic, align thoughts, appreciate, phenomenal, and some your words which might have been mispronounced in a hurry, that in place of everything, it was, I heard just everything, and will come to us, I just heard will be come to us. That may not be deliberate, but still we can take care of our pronunciations as well. TMPJ, you used one very good use of a sign in life. Sonalata ma'am used the digital thing because we expect a lot from her. So this can be used like in place of thing. This can be replaced by some digital applications or digital data or anything that can be in place of thing. It can be replaced with some other word. last 6 months back, either used in last 6 months or 6 months back. Maybe due to hurry, this might happen. Please, madam, we request all the speakers to take care of all these minor observations. And TMCB one used one word, inspirational, that was quite befitting to this context. Uma ma'am used some great word like emotional contact and reinforce that spirit. So congratulations, and no not so good users of words. Thank you very much, and I urge upon all the speakers to take note of this and make better uses of the new subsequent speeches. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster.
Very
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. I've opened the polls for all the best role players, best speakers, and all of that. Request everyone to vote there. The link has been shared on the chat. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Everyone, please kindly take 30 seconds to vote so that our presiding officer will be able to announce the results. So 30 seconds for that, then I'll start. Thank you very much, Pravath Ranjan sir. It was indeed a very detailed work. It's not very easy to handle both the roles like our counter and grammarian. But the way you presented, it was like as if you have already prepared for to take both the roles. Thank you very much. It was awesome, and I would say the way you have pointed out, the feedback for each of us. Definitely, we will take it. Thank you. So now, just to conclude our session on this. On the digital applications, I think you'll give me a hands up. So on the digital applications, I think it is all about how and what we want. Do you want to spend so much hours just layman that this Facebook has created my time distraction, or do you want to say that no, I tamed my Facebook? So it's all about choice that life has always provided to us. So make digital applications your friend rather than making them your foe and then complaining about it. Make use of them to progress in your life, make them to make your life easy, and cut them when you feel that they are taking your time away, a precious distraction, attention. Just give it to me. The choice is basically us, whether you take it or not. No one to be blamed. The choice is all of us. With this, let me hand over the dice to the presiding officer of today's meeting, Toastmaster Nithya. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being such a participative audience. Thank you.
Thank you for the amazing emceeing that you've done, TMOD, TM Swarnalatha, ma'am. Like, you've always taken up roles with Elan and done a great job out of it. As I just mentioned in the chat a second ago, we need a couple more responses to close the poll. We have 6 responses so far.
It's okay. We have our 9 people and 6 responses, right? It's more than half.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, I'll announce the results. Okay, wow. These are some interesting results. We have a couple of tiebreakers, and that's precisely why I wanted 2 more people to vote. I mean, if that's okay, otherwise I would go ahead and announce it as a tiebreaker itself. Is that okay?
No problem, tiebreaker.
Okay. For the best primary role player, it's a tie between the TMOD, Swarnalatha ma'am, and TM. And it's no surprise, they both are amazing. And then for auxiliary role player, it's Pravath sir. He's done both the roles very well. Kudos to him for multitasking. For the best prepared speaker, again, it's a tie between TM Kavya and me. Congrats, TM Kavya.
Thank you, ma'am.
For table topics, wow, again a tie. Okay, sort of a tie situation, but no, I think there is. Give me a second. That chart is so weird. It's very hard to find out. Just give me a second. Okay. Yeah, okay. Surprising result. The best table topic speaker is me, which I wasn't expecting. So that and the best evaluator is Uma Natraj. Congrats to all the winners. Yeah. So thanks again to all of you who've taken up roles in the last minute and help us conduct the meeting very successfully with Ilan. Big thanks to all the evaluators, all the role players for having contributed and helped us, and you've all helped us learn so much through every meeting. Please continue doing that. I would also want to do a couple more things. I am not sure if we have any guests left, so I think we can skip that part. There was one thing I couldn't do when we started the meeting out, so I want to do it now. I want to introduce Mukta ma'am. Is she still on the call?
No, she's not there in the call.
Okay, we should probably introduce her at the start of next meeting.
No problem.
And one more thing before we close the contest, request everyone to participate in it or take up roles. We are going to keep pestering you this whole week. Let's all come together and make it a grand success. That's all that I want to say for this meeting. And with the power vested in me as the presiding officer of SpeakMagic Toastmaster Club, I declare the 215th meeting closed. We can stop the live stream. Thanks, everyone. The floor is open for any other discussion that we want to do.
I think Pravat Ranjan sir has to hand over the the host access. Then only you can.
Oh, okay.
I will not give.
You don't give, sir. Okay, then you will be live streaming all 24 hours today. Anyways, Mahashivratri. So you can do your Jagran. Thank you, everyone. It was a wonderful meeting. I somehow observed a lot of things that I will be discussing later with the SCOMs. I think.
Yes, there's a lot to discuss. And we're probably going to discuss even in the main group as well.
Yes, we will do. But regarding the people here, please try to participate in the contest, because it's not about, winning. It is about how do you feel, the pressure, it literally blows your mind when you are in contest mode, when you are put in the separate room, you're waiting for your turn, you don't know what is going to happen. So it's an excitement, in war, we just don't sit and prepare. We need to give that exam, right? So people who have not done your level 2s, it's okay. Please come ahead and we'll go for the table topics. Go ahead and give what you have. So maybe next time you'll know, okay, this is what is the pressure. So I'm going to prepare it in a different way. So that is, and also please be part of the role players, because that also will teach you a lot of things, how, in contest things are conducted. It's like very serious examination of all, where everyone is coming there to just give the exam and get out. No more nonsense. So just have that. So that's my thing. Thank you, everyone, and happy Shivratri. Anyone wants to share anything, please?
Yeah, I want to just talk about one more thing. I sincerely request all the senior members to come forward and guide the new members. I mean, I know everyone is allotted a mentor, but let's let all of you know. I'm doing the bit I can from my side, but there's only so much I know. So the seniors can give a lot more, right? So please do guide the new members in whatever way you think is right. So let's constantly come up, let's constantly improve. Let's refine ourselves. I think that's just the best way to put it.
Yes, yeah, that's
Is it allowing you now?
No.
I don't see any other option.
Okay, can you stop it? You can also stop it, right, sir? I think Partha sir is only the host.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say that Partha sir is the host.
Partha sir, can you just go there and stop the live streaming in YouTube?
You have this 3 dots.
3 dots where you can see the live stream in YouTube. Just